How's it going, folk? Whoa, there's a lot of people out here. Lizards jumping around. Alright, anyway. We're back in the Elder Scrolls Online Seasons of the Worm Cult. I guess it's nighttime. Maybe that's when they all come out. All the Delvers come out. We're back in Seasons of the Worm Cult. We just finished up with that public dungeon. Looks like the public's about to enter the dungeon. And so we're going to continue on to our quest to go to Li-Xal. Li-Xal Pass. How do we get rid of that golden pursuit? Because I don't think I'm going to be fighting anybody anytime soon. And I don't want that thing on my screen the whole time. How do I get rid of it? Questions that need answers. Kill 50. And then unpin it. Alright, there we go. Pin then unpin. Alright, so let's continue up here. Oh, I did see something when I logged in today. Said that they're working on having mounts able to go through the... I mean, you won't dismount when you go in the water. So that sounds cool. Hopefully it doesn't look ridiculous, but... it'd be nice not to have to dismount and then mount up again. Again, as long as it doesn't look ridiculous. So dark tonight. Runestone, alright. Thought there might have been something to read here. Lots of runestones. Here's the Li-Xal. No, Li-Xal Pass. So the quest was... a prisoner of the worm cult Vanus managed to send a cryptic message to the Stoic Fellowship. I agreed to help Gabriel Benelli establish contact with Vanus and find out what more he has learned about the worm cult's plans. Vanus told us that the writhing wall is thinner at a place called Li-Xal Pass. Gabriel wants us to take his staff there to re-establish contact. I should meet her at the pass north of Sunport. That is why we're here. Li-Xal Pass, that treacherous goat track? Sure, it was the best way to get to the isolated village of Li-Xal Cove. Other than that, by boat, and then other stuff. Press the pause button.
It's all uphill from here. We're too close to the writhing wall for a portal, but I brought grapple bows just in case.
Oh yeah.
Not much of a pass, is it? If I'm not mistaken, this cave leads to a path through the mountains. More of a goat track, really. Be ready for some climbing. We'll probably have to do this the hard way. Grapple bows.
Ah yes, I'm quite familiar.
Never used one?
No, I
They're
used one.
fun. Since the writhing wall interferes with portal magic and we're going to get very close, I won't be able to use spells. So I brought the bows to help us climb. I hope we won't have to use them, but here you go.
Thank you very much. Now will you know when you can contact Vanus, Galarian?
I hope Vanus will take care of that for us. If we reach a spot where the writhing wall is thin enough, he'll find us. All we have to do is keep going up, and deal with any worm cult patrols in our path.
Sounds like fun. I guess I'll lead on. Ooh. Dead Argonian. Very dead.
Clearly the worm cult is here, and having some trouble with the local wildlife.
Yes, it does seem that way.
See that post above the red flowers? It would be a good place to use a grapple bow.
Right over the top of them. Is she talking to me about grapple bows like I don't know what they are? This guy's feasting.
I wish Vanus Galarian were here. I have a feeling that nothing we've seen on Solstice would surprise him. I'll lead the Mages Guild as best I can, but I'm not the Great Mage.
You'll become the Great Mage? Can I get it from here? I probably have to go around the side. I can see it. Is there another point? Oh, there we go.
I wish Vanus Galarian.
I don't want to talk to you. Oh! I don't want to talk to you, grapple point. I like how we're synchronized with that shot. I don't have enough room to do my jump and then stomp. I just hit the roof, hit the ceiling
This
there.
looks like a promising spot. Be ready.
Finally, we must speak swiftly. I have little time. Gabrielle, help maintain our connection. Good. I hoped you or Gabrielle had my staff, but I couldn't tell if you...
What did you say?
Good. I hoped you or Gabrielle had my staff, but I couldn't tell if you got my previous messages. I haven't quite escaped yet, but we must be swayed. The permanence of the wall fluctuates and I can be cut off at any moment. Where are you now?
We're in Solstice, on the west side of the Writhing Wall. Where are you being held?
I'm in Solstice as well, on the other side of the Writhing Wall from you. The Worm Cult brought me here from Cold Harbor, and they brought Cold Harbor here as well. Wormblood is attempting a new plane meld, in reverse.
What do you mean?
Like Molag Ball's dark anchors, but in reverse. Instead of dragging our world into Cold Harbor, he's bringing Cold Harbor into Nuremberg. The eastern side of Solstice is already changing.
How can we get to you?
You can't. Not while the wall still stands. I have some help in here, but my ally convinced me it's impossible for now. The Writhing Wall is an insuperable barrier. Thin spots such as Li-Xal notwithstanding. I need you to...
Vanus?
Father, I see what Vanus meant by permanence. The thickness of the wall fluctuates. We need to find another weak point.
Just a little gold there. Ooh, big
More
fella.
cliffs. Look for grappling points to traverse these ruins.
Yeah, let me get rid of this thing first. Squish spiders?
Vanus is right about Cold Harbor. I can see elements of that foul place all around us. Here. The wall is thin here.
I'm here. Quickly, there is more I must tell you.
Don't tell me I gotta speak to him after I speak to him.
Curse the luck. I sense that the writhing wall fluctuates at random, but I assumed we'd have more time. Thin points appear and disappear without warning. How far has the Wormcole's reverse plane melt progressed on your side of the wall?
We notice elements of Cold Harbor near the wall, and there are Daedra, but nothing beyond that.
Daedra? That's worrisome, but not unexpected. If you aren't surrounded by lakes of azure plasm or looking up at floating islets of rock, then things haven't gone too far yet. We still have a little time to stop the Wormcoles.
Why is the Wormcole creating a reverse plane meld?
I'm not sure yet, but an army of necromancers and Daedra is massing in eastern Solstice. Clever of Wormblood, really. If he gathered his forces anywhere in Tamriel, we would have noticed. But the cursed island and the writhing wall blinded us.
Is there a way to get through the writhing wall?
Unlikely. Wormblood controls a terrible source of power on my side. Something that consumes souls. The Wormcult Soul Reapers feed this thing. In turn, it empowers the writhing wall. Great effort. But to what?
Wait! What else do we need to know?
Cut off again! We must find another place where we can speak with Vanus.
Agreed. It's shriveled here. Oh, what the? A purple?
Nicely done.
I like how Big Boy's over there just feasting on a pie or something. Grub basket. Oh, we're going high. Squish that spider into Li-Xal Cove. Actually, it's exiting. Going back to Solstice. Unless it's just like an outdoor area out here.
Look! Up the steps! Another weak point!
Hurry, friend. My captors have finally figured out I'm up to something in here. Listen closely. Wormblood seeks a relic called the Gift of Death. My source tells me it's hidden in a place called Voska's Shrine. He must not acquire it.
We've heard mention of the Gift of Death. Tell me about the shrine.
It's part of a Tibahatse court, sacred to Sithis. My ally here tells me it's in the hills southwest of Sunport. The Solstice Argonians used to play a ritual game there. A bloody one. As for why Wormblood wants the Gift of Death, I'm not sure.
The Wormcode has Manny Marco's corpse. We think the Gift of Death is connected.
The Worm Cult brought Manny Marco here. Now that explains much. Wormblood must believe this Gift of Death can resurrect his old master. It's up to you then. Stop Wormblood from obtaining the relic. If he... Damn it. Here come my captors.
What is it? Vanus?
I lost Vanus. We were lucky to learn as much as we did, but we know what we must do. Let's talk, friend. I hope Vanus is all right. I don't like the way that last conversation ended. For that matter, I don't like what he told us. The worm cult gathering strength behind the writhing wall, and a new plane meld? That's terrible.
Is Wormblood so powerful he can start a plane meld?
I don't think so. Vanus mentioned a source of power. Still, we had to invade Cold Harbor to stop the plane meld before. Good people lost. Dead. I've missed Dear Darien ever since. Now Wormblood is bringing it back? And Manamarco too?
Wormblood still needs the gift of death for something, though.
You're right, of course. We don't know if Wormblood is close to his goal. So you'd better head to the Tibahatse Shrine. Find the gift of death before he gets there. Or at least delay him. I'll return to Sunport and warn the Fellowship.
Very well. I'll find the shrine.
Good luck at Vasca Shrine. I'll make sure Princess Ah sends help just in case you run into Wormblood too. It hardly seems fair. So many gave so much to stop the worm cult last time. Like Darien. Now they're back. So what did Darien die for?
Don't grieve for Darien. Avenge him.
Vengeance is a disappointing feast, friend. You can eat and never get your fill. No, I would rather work to see justice done. Vengeance unfulfilled has a way of consuming those who choose that path.
Oh, don't be like that, Gabby. Bit of vengeance, once in a while, it's alright. Goes alright. Alright, now how the heck do we get out of here? Other than going back the way we came? Is there like a grapple point I can take? Although I don't know how that works exactly. You're grappling downward, right? That'd be a lot of momentum. Can I use it to get back up? Yeah. Now where? I will take this boat. Ah, so it's popped us all the way up here, righto. Well, I guess that's the end of our grappling days for now. So we paddle our way back to Solstice. Paddle our way from there to there. Alright, so we need to go over here now. We're at 3 or 5. We've still got all of that to do. That's a long paddle though, all the way over there. Oh, let's just go down south. Even though I got a perfectly good boat here, I could take that across the waters, right? I should be able to do that. Maybe that's the next thing that Elder Scrolls go. You got to be able to use a boat. If there's a boat nearby, you can get on a boat and go for a paddle. Instead of just summoning a boat, like being able to actually use something that's there.
Oh, good. I didn't want to walk.
Oh, your wishes come true. There's a quest over here. What's this?
Damn that greedy captain! Double damn my empty coin purse! You there, want to make some coin and help a maroon sailor get off this accursed rock?
Did your ship sink or something?
I wish it was that simple. I'm in debt to a crooked keel of a pirate, Captain Artelis. He's a scoundrel, violent, ruthless, and the most underhanded sea elf I've ever met. I'd rather be in a rowboat with no oars than spend another day in his crew.
Can't you just quit?
Ha! You wouldn't last long at sea. You don't just quit a sea elf crew. On top of that, the captain says I owe him. He means to collect. If I find something valuable to sell, one Keen the trader will pay handsomely. Help me out, and you'll get a cut.
Alright. I'll help you clear your debt to Captain Artelis.
One Keen heard rumor of 2 items worth enough to clear my debt. His sources aren't picky when it comes to safety or ownership. One of them is in an old antiquarian's hut. The other is in a worm cult camp. So, rob a harmless old man or an evil cult.
Tell me more about these options.
Well, I'm no friend of the worm cult. It could be called a public service to steal from them. But they might give us more trouble. If you're less particular, the antiquarian is surely the easier target. And probably the bigger haul. It's up to you.
I like trouble.
A moral streak, huh? I can work with that. According to Wonkeen, the worm cult stole an heirloom from a high elf estate. We'll steal it back, then he'll pay out enough to cover my debt and your cut. Let's meet back here once you've grabbed the item.
All right.
Let me mark the location of the worm cult camp. We'll meet there and stake it out before we strike. Then we get paid, and my troubles are finally over.
Wonkeen's shop. Alright, so it is a little bit further back, further than my objective, and that is absolutely fine. Well, that was a sky shard. Thought I spotted myself a sky shard.
I really did get lost again. I'll never live this down back in Sunport. At least this frog tastes, good. Honestly, what I wouldn't do to inspire myself for my next cookbook.
I didn't even realize she was holding a frog.
And we're off!
She gave it a little taste. Is she licking its skin or something? Way Shrine. Veil of Revelry. Is there a boss over here? The Tide Wash. There's a mighty big crab here. I like the colours here. In amongst the fog. Oh, maybe next time when we pass by.
This is the place. Let's find that treasure.
Is it just me? Or have they kind of normalized?
This is the place. Let's find that treasure.
Like, the horse doesn't look like it's going ridiculous speeds anymore, like its legs can't keep up. I mean, it's still going fast, but definitely not like what it used to be. Unless they've changed the button
Let's find that treasure.
to boost your speed. Because I remember I used to look real comical.
This is the place.
Sorry, okay.
Let's
I'm gonna
find that
drive her nuts. If they did do that, good on them. Something that I
coffer
mentioned
looks important.
a while back, and I was
See
like,
what's inside.
it'd be a good thing to change. Wormcult coffer. High Elf family heirloom, a valuable heirloom from a noble High Elf family.
That's the heirloom. Meet me back at Wonkeen's shop to settle things.
Wonkeen. The Order of the Black Worm. Mage's Guild report. It is as we feared, Archmagister. The Order of the Black Worm is no mere Daedric cult. but a brotherhood of necromancers that seek to rival, nay supplant, our own Mages Guild. Even as the Mages Guild was founded by the ex-Psijic Vanus Galarian, so was the Worm Cult, founded by the arch-rival and nemesis and ex-Psijic Manamarco. Both were trained on the Isle of Artaeum, but when Galarian got Manamarco expelled for his dabbling in the forbidden necromantic arts, the self-styled Worm King simply relocated to continental Tamriel and took up the heinous pursuit in earnest. He is known to have sought out hidden manuscripts describing how the dragon priests enthrall their Draga, ancient Iliad tablets regarding the summoning of spirits of the dead, and the Crimson Book of Skulls, which Shalador himself had thought destroyed. Manamarco has bragged of consorting with Daedra lords, and may even have bargained with the father of vampires, Moloch Baal himself. Manamarco then set about spreading his blasphemous lore, enlisting unscrupulous mages, outcast witches, and vile reachmen into his necromantic network. He dubbed his new cult the Order of the Black Worm, in emulation, or perhaps mockery, of the monastic orders of the Divines. In most parts of Tamriel, raising the dead was quite properly considered an atrocity, so the Worm Cult at first operated entirely as an underground, illicit organization. But Manamarco, in addition to being a mighty necromancer, is a wise and wily diplomat, and in many jurisdictions he's persuaded, bribed, or intimidated the authorities into turning a blind eye to the Order's activities. Worse, in Cyrodiil, the King of Worms has even persuaded the ruling Tharns of the Imperial City to declare necromancy a legal magecraft, and the Order of the Black Worm has now taken the place of the Mages Guild as the authorized magical advisors to the Imperial throne. A typical cell of the Order, known informally as a worm nest, is led by a necromancer who bears the title Worm Anchorite. An Anchorite reports directly to Manamarco, though their means of communication is as yet unknown. Beneath the Anchorite are necromancer adepts, worm warriors, and lackeys called worm thralls. New cultists are attracted by promises of great power by those who serve loyally, and all are sworn to secrecy on pain of undeath. Regional plots are addressed in the secondary reports, an additional overheard rumor.
Something valuable, something useless, or a body part inside it.
Unconfirmed at this time, as that the Order has opened negotiations with the Slodes of Thras. I am seeking further information and may know more by the next Dark of the Moons. Report investigated by journeyman Qualitatis. May Arcade guide his soul to Aetherius, and posthumously compiled by Evoker Brucille. Now, what did you see? You saw the dead, that's what you saw? Oh, the heavy sack.
You're brave, reaching in there like that.
Alright. So that's done. So let's ride past that world boss again, see if it's respawned or not. Yeah, it looks a lot more normal. I have to look at my previous videos. Wonder when that made a change. Oh, there's a big guy. Tide Spite.
Let's go.
Burying. Waters be rolling. Ember be dead. Oh, she's having a little rest. It's been a long day. Where are you, Ember? goodness! Whoa, wipe out. Ultimate. No escape this time. Ember, let's get you up. Up you get, up you get, up you get. Death Dancer Mace. Wave Embellished Comb is now available to scry.
And up we go.
I'll have to have a look if there's anything good this time round. Haven't done Antiquities for a few chapters. I think the last time I did it for... maybe that ring? Oak and Soul, or maybe it was the one before, another one. I think I've got 2 rings. Oh yeah, I got Ring of Pale Order. Can't remember which one came first. But anyway, I think that's the 2 times that I actually did it. Where is she? Oh, it's cutting through here. It's like a little break in these rocks. Huh? Where is it? Oh, it's not really a break, is it? I'm going over the top. Okay.
Over here, friend. Don't mind Joaquin. He'll wait for us. Not bad for a landwalker. We could run a rather profitable enterprise together once this is done. But first things first. Hand over the heirloom, please. I want my payment.
So what now? You sell the item, pay back the captain, and you're free?
Hopefully it's that easy. But Captain Artellis is sharper than a knife at your neck. I learned not to underestimate him during my time in his crew. Now, I need to haggle with Joaquin. Any suggestions for dealing with the locals?
Well, stand firm. Demand your fair share. You can't trust anyone who deals in stolen goods.
I thought exactly. I never fully trusted Joaquin. He's slippery as an eel and twice as likely to bite. I'll make sure he pays enough to cover my debt. Or else.
There's the heirloom. Good luck dealing with Joaquin.
Try to short me, and I'll gut you like a fish, Joaquin.
Change of plans, Sir Winia. Captain Artellis is already here. You really should have checked the back room first.
What? You treacherous bilge rat! Back me up in there, friend. This could get ugly.
Roger, roger. That's it. Let's just do it. No talk.
Don't have the gold, Sawyer. Then pay with your life.
I'll zap him. Zap him! I know you don't. No, you don't.
Elegant
yeah,
solution.
that felt good.
Let's talk.
3 Queen's Axe?
I can't believe it. It's over. The captain is dead and I'm free. Thank the tides. But there's still the matter of Joaquin. I trusted him and he betrayed me. I'd be dead right now if you hadn't gotten involved.
What are you going to do with Joaquin?
If we were at sea, I'd toss him overboard and let the waves decide. But on land, we'll have to take a more pragmatic approach. That lying worm almost got me killed. What do you think I should do with him, friend?
Wang was forced to betray you? Make him hold up his end of the deal and be done with it?
You're probably right. The captain could be very persuasive when he wanted to be. A spineless sop like Wang never stood a chance. As long as he honors our deal and pays up, I'll let that maggot live.
And what will you do after you've dealt with Wang?
You earned this. The last few coins in my pocket before I get what I'm owed from Wang. It feels good to be off that damn captain's crew, even if I'm marooned for now. If you need a crew member for your next job, I'd be happy to sign on.
Now remember?
You're not a bad first mate, you know. I appreciate your help in the Worm Cult camp, and in dealing with Captain Artellis and his crew. I don't know if I'd be here without you. Even Wang should be thankful for your mercy.
What will you do now?
Now that I'm out from under the captain's thumb, I can do whatever I want. I'll probably head to Sunport first, then try to get work on another ship out of Solstice. Don't worry, I plan to read the contract before I sign it this time.
I hope so. She gonna emerge? Give him a grilling? Wang?
I'm sorry. Captain Artellis arrived right before you and Serwinia. I didn't have a choice if I wanted to save my scales.
Alright, alright. Alright. So let's go to the shrine. Yeah. Oops, that is not the way. This is the way. Although it would be quicker to go from there to there, but anyway. As I ride back, folks, if you wouldn't mind doing me a favor and clicking the like button if you like this series. Click the sub button if you're not subscribed already. Click on the bell to get notifications when there's a new episode out. And consider hitting the join button, becoming a YouTube member here and supporting me in doing what I do. And I will make my way over here, but I will see you in the next episode.